It's Luke and Naomi.
All right, happy episode 72.
Woo!
Woo, yeah, another one. Good one. This one, The Quick and the Dead.
That's right.
I've been waiting to show you this one for quite a while. Oh, no, I haven't, because it's a great, like, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon type movie, I think.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, right? So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. You know, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman, a great villain. You got a little very young DiCaprio in there. So
He's a child.
I mean, yeah, there's the scolding. I can hear it. That's
No,
I was
I'm
waiting.
not gonna scold
I'm
him.
waiting to find out who
You
she
wait.
scolds in this movie. So looking forward to that. That's coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day just this past weekend. Erin Go Bra to all those who care.
Yeah.
Celebrate, you know, have
Party
fun,
hard.
have fun with St. Patty's Day anyway. We didn't do much wearing of the green.
We did not go out for St. Patrick's Day.
I do
Usually
believe-
we do.
I do believe I drank a stout.
Okay.
It wasn't
Yeah,
necessarily
you
an
did.
Irish stout, but I think I had a stout in there somewhere. So
Yeah.
in spirit.
Yeah,
It's
that's
spirit.
about as far as we got with the celebrations.
Yeah, not a crazy St. Patrick's Day celebration for us, but it was fun, and we did get some stuff done, namely watching Only Murders in the Building. We're just catching up on this.
Yeah,
I count that as getting stuff done, by the way.
We have a list. We have a million list, first of all. Movies we've got to watch, movies for the podcast, TV shows we want to watch, other series and things like that. So this is the first time that it was like, hey, we actually have a minute. So let's start a new show.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch this one too with the old guys, you know, Martin Short and Steve Martin. It looks so intriguing with the kid.
And Selena Gomez.
Selena
I mean,
Gomez.
come on. Like, these three do not belong together.
And it's really, really well done.
It is.
I like
I've
it a
been
lot.
enjoying it. Yeah, absolutely. So if you have not started watching this, I would say give it a shot because
yeah.
it's really good.
And they've got, there's 3 episodes out, I think, or 3 seasons out, I mean, and then they're working on the 4th one now or something like that. But there's enough of it where you can sit down and watch it. I mean, it's just really funny. And the way they were making fun of the kids, it made me feel happy because it's like, okay, I'm right in the middle of all of that.
Right.
But, you know,
So you don't feel young, you don't feel old, but it's fine.
at one point, Martin Short, they've got like ice cream and it's named, you know, vanilla, lavender, cream, something. And he said, you know, when did ice cream become hand soap?
Yeah.
And
Hand lotion or
and he
something like
says,
that.
You know, effing millennials. And it was that was great. And then we're in the middle of season 2, I think now.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring in an even younger kid.
Yes.
And
yes,
so
they
the
do.
old guys have, you know, Selena Gomez go talk to her.
But even at that, like, there are points where Selena's just kind of like, take this kid back because I don't get what she's saying.
There's such a disconnect there. So it just
Yeah.
made it was like, okay, cool. All right. I'm
Yeah.
good. That made me happy. Because, man, yeah, everything's the damn kids.
The damn
kids.
Yes.
You damn kids. Shout out to my brother who's one of those. He says all
He
kinds
definitely
of weird
is.
shit.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So, all right. Only Murders in the Building. That's been a lot of fun. And, you know, we actually did get something productive done. I still count getting a TV show in as something productive. That's just me.
It is.
But yeah, we actually got something productive done. We got our latest episode of Sips and Snacks up there.
Oh, that's right. We did that too.
Shout
Forgot
out
about
to
that.
the fancy editing to Naomi Lynn.
That's right. Fancy.
Absolutely
Something
nailed it.
like that.
Shout out to Ashley Rogers for another great pairing. If you haven't found out or caught up on or checked out Sips and Snacks yet.
First of all, go to the store, buy some zebra cakes.
Yes.
Then watch the video, then go to a different store and buy the beer and the wine, and then have yourself a wonderful night.
Wonderful. You don't have to do the beer and the wine because, you know,
have
that could
to.
get dangerous.
It could, but if you're just having a glass of each one, you'll be fine.
But the pairings were really, really, really good. You could check out that episode because I don't think I can remember what they are anyway. I think the beer was a Maibach.
It was.
But check it out and you'll see, you know, Ashley does a great job of explaining why they pair really well.
Yeah.
And then
And we just
I
try
think-
it.
I think I do a great job of being surprised as hell that it actually does pair and make a difference and the flavors change and all of that stuff.
Well, that's the thing that's really cool about this. You know, yeah, sure, you can have a wine that goes really well, pairs well with the food that you're eating and all of that. But when you really sit down and think about it and you get something that actually changes the flavor of the food, and changes the way the wine tastes. Like, it's just so interesting.
It really, really is. And, as we started this, I was like, oh, all right, cool. I would like to see if there is going to be one of these snacks that I can drink with, a specific kind of beer or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was always like, yeah, just whatever. It'll taste good. I didn't really think of like how much it would switch up the actual flavors and the complementary nonsense that they all I was just kind of like, yeah, sure, fine. But every time he gives us something that just,
it's amazing.
It's so great. It's
so
great.
You definitely have to try it for yourself. Take one of your favorite snacks that we've done as part of Sips and Snacks. And if we haven't done your favorite snack, just let us know. You can always leave those comments on the YouTube page or on Facebook or whatever, so we can get to that snack so you can find what beer and wine will go with it. But just give it a try.
Yeah.
Like, just risk it.
We make sure
and you are going to be surprised, and it's going to be awesome.
We make sure what type of beer. We'll have a specific brand and all of that, but if it's a beer you're looking for, we tell you exactly what type. And if it's a wine, same deal. So yeah, you're definitely going to find, I think, something neat.
But if you like zebra cakes, do this week's Sips and Snacks.
Absolutely.
That was like one of my favorites. It's hard to pick a favorite, but it's definitely up there.
It really is. That's up on the YouTube. Luke and Naomi On-Air on the YouTube. Give us a follow while you're there, of course, please. All right. That, I think, is going to bring us right to our recurrent dose of Did You Know? Shout out to Mr. Paul Moore for giving me the proper English.
Recurrent, yes.
The proper speaking.
Yeah.
To get that out. So here you go. Some random facts for episode 72. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Did you know Woodstock was Crosby, Stills, and Nash's second time ever performing on stage together?
No.
And did you know the first time was the night before? And also, did you know Neil Young was with them, but nobody really remembers that because he refused to be filmed by the cameras.
Okay.
And then, it became Woodstock, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. He was there too.
Okay.
Let's see here. Did you know the song You're the Best from the Karate Kid? You know that song?
Yeah.
That was originally written for Rocky 3. Now you know Rocky 3 with, Eye of the Tiger.
I feel like it could have fit there, but I'm glad it was Eye of the Tiger.
I kind of a little bit too, right? Like the producers obviously went with Eye of the Tiger instead of that, and that's not, and then it fits. You're the Best fits with Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I could picture Eye of the Tiger with Karate Kid, I think.
Yeah, you could switch them up.
And I could picture...
They're interchangeable.
I could picture You're the Best, and I'm just thinking of him running on the beach together. Like that very manly, very competitive scene, and then very friendly scene.
Huh.
It's my favorite scene to make fun of in probably any movie. It's
Okay.
just, and yeah, absolutely. But anyway, that, You're the Best, probably playing there as he's training and stuff. Still not as good as, I'm glad they went with the way they went.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you know only one person has ever been elected to Congress while they were in jail?
Okay.
His name was Matthew Lyon, and it was 1798.
Huh.
Yeah. He was doing 4 months in jail. But he was doing 4 months in jail because he was convicted under the Alien and Sedition Act for writing negative things about John Adams.
Interesting.
Who I'm guessing was president at that time.
It
I'm
must
not sure.
have been, yeah.
I mean, anyway. So that's let's move right the hell away from that.
Yeah,
one.
that's gonna open up a can of worms.
Did you know? Did you know that there are other color collars, not just blue collar and white collar?
Are these like karate belts? We got a
Yeah, I guess so.
purple collar.
There's green collar for people in jobs that are good for the environment.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then there's red collar for government workers. And the only thing I can think of there is red tape or, just blood.
Wow. Okay.
Because that,
I would go with just red tape. Let's
just the red tape.
Yeah.
All right.
Bureaucratic red tape, right?
All right. And let's see. Finally, did you know George Harrison decided to write a song in 1968 based on the first words he saw when he opened a random book on his parents' bookshelf?
Okay.
The words, Gently Weeps.
Okay.
So he sat down and wrote My Guitar Gently Weeps, and one of the greatest songs ever and all that stuff. So there you go. Your recurrent dose of Did You Know, some random facts for your episode 72. Oh, and I forgot something.
What?
So the inventor of karaoke died.
Oh, okay.
His name was Shigechi, something like that. Shigechi Negishi. And he lived to be 100.
All right.
The poor dude never patented the idea. He invented the first karaoke machine in 1967 after one of his employees made fun of his singing voice.
He's like, I'll show you.
Yeah, it was originally called the Sparko box, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The Sparko box. Did you bring the Sparko box? I like karaoke machine. So he never patented it.
Karaoke machine is what we're used to.
I know. He never patented it, but his daughter says it never bothered him. She says he felt a lot of pride in seeing the idea evolve into a culture of having fun through song around the world.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
I'm glad it didn't bother him because, man, that'd be tough not to be upset about that.
Right, but I mean, what are you going to do? Spend your life bitter? I mean...
Yes.
At least we're acknowledging, Yes, she says. I'm gonna... Oh, damn. Well, you just make sure you patent anything you invent then.
Absolutely.
Right? Yes. Oh, wow. I almost blew right by that.
Yeah.
So along with this, I bring this up because somebody on the damn internet's put together a list of the top 30 best karaoke songs for people who can't sing.
Okay. Girls Just Want to Have Fun has to be on there. Journey, Don't Stop Believin' has to be on there. What's the ones that everybody does that everybody has so much fun with? I don't know why. Those are the two that are coming to the top
so
of
I
my
can
mind.
pull up the top 30 if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to do the top 30, I have the top 10.
Well, we don't have to. Yeah, we can. Well, I don't
Well, too late. I'm pulling.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay, then just do the top 10.
30. All right,
See,
where
this
are
is what would be,
There
if
it
we
is.
were doing live YouTube right now.
Yes.
You would get this still.
This yeah. There you go. All right, number 30.
Okay.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Wow, it was all the way
All
at
the way
number
down there. I'm
30.
surprised. I thought it was going to be top 15 anyway. It wasn't in the top 10. I mean,
Okay.
obviously, but I thought it was going to be top 15 anyway.
Okay.
Number 29 of the best karaoke songs for people who can't sing for shit. Baby Got Back.
Okay.
If you know the words, it's still bad to watch anybody try to sing that.
Yeah.
Why is Billie Jean number 20? Shouldn't you be good to sing some of these songs? Like,
Well, I don't know. You got to have the fan favorite, so the crowd is singing along with you, so nobody can hear how bad you are.
yeah. Like number 27, It's Raining Men.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Number 26 is perfect. Exactly what you just said. Since You've Been Gone, Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Africa by Toto. See, some of
Yeah,
these.
I feel like you could do that
Yeah?
one. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I mean, some of these, though. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
Let's get further down though, because like some of these again, like Since You've Been Gone from Kelly Clarkson. I mean, she hit some high notes there. Like you should be able to sing a little bit for that. And if you can't, you better hope everybody in the crowd can sing along with you.
And that's why you said
that's going to be embarrassing.
So Journey is on the list. Don't Stop Believing. But like I the same thing, And it
I
is.
feel like you can get away with that one.
That one's top 10.
Okay.
So-
I feel like you can.
All right, you said you wanted to skip, but Mr. Brightside by the Killers. I don't understand that song at all. I
can't
don't
believe
get
how
why people
much-
don't like
no,
that, or
no,
why people like this song
absolutely
so
not.
much.
Luke hates that song, and I don't get why. It's such a great song.
It's just not.
It is. You like hate the Killers, and then you found one song you like by them,
Yeah,
and it's not Mr. Brightside.
absolutely not.
What the hell?
Every time I've heard that song come on, it's just like, oh, I thought the song's supposed to be good, and it's just not.
It is.
It is, in my opinion, it is not. I'm sure some
This
people
is-
think so. It's just.
I'm
anyway,
sorry.
the
I
next-
love you, but you are so wrong.
The
That's
next song
such a
on
good
the list
song.
is number 22, "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one for karaoke.
Teenage Dirtbags next.
Oh okay, yeah.
Right? Again, pretty good. Number 20, Shania Twain. Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Yes, that's definitely a karaoke song.
All really good. The stupid Grease song, Summer Nights, is on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good. The list is pretty solid. I Love Rock and Rolls at 18.
Yes, that's a good one.
Like a Virgin, number 17.
That's just funny.
That is just funny.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. That's at 16. That should be higher, I think, in my
Yeah,
opinion, because people be screaming that all the time. Kiss from a Rose by Seal.
Yeah, I've heard people do that for karaoke multiple times.
But, like, if you're not good at singing...
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's one that the crowd gets into with you. So I feel like, again, you can kind of get away with it.
Okay, Baby One More Time is number 14.
Okay.
Friends in Low Places.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely
That's
a bar song.
All you do is talk. It's just
Yeah.
a talking song. So, yeah, that's a great one for if you can't sing. That should be higher, Ring of Fire, Johnny Cash.
Yep.
Dolly Parton's Jolene.
Yep.
Which, by the way, you saw the picture, right, of her at, what was it, 20 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
It was, going viral or whatever.
Yeah, and it was
last
like
week.
why was she worried about Jolene or something? It was the caption.
Yeah, but like that's a great question with that picture, right? I mean,
Yeah.
damn, wow.
I mean,
20-year-old Dolly.
even with all her work done, I think Dolly Parton is just perfect the
Of
way
course.
she is. Yeah.
But when she was 20, give me a time machine. Damn. Anyway, number 10, Just the Way You Are from Bruno Mars.
Okay, yeah, that's a karaoke song.
Bryan Adams, Summer of 69, number 9.
Yes.
I see, but again, I feel like you should be good at singing for this.
I feel like that one you can get away with being a bad singer.
Because people are going to scream it with you.
Yeah, and I feel like that's when you can talk sing.
Yeah, okay.
You can talk sing your way through that song.
Number 8, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, because the crowd
Yeah.
is going to get into that
Ish
one.
me la. Yeah, of course.
You don't have to sing good to be able to do that one.
I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor's number
Yeah,
7.
that's a good one.
ABBA's Dancing Queen. But I don't know
Ew,
anybody who
please
knows
don't.
the words to
Yeah.
Dancing Queen. It's a disco, like,
Yeah.
I feel like somebody old wrote this list.
Yeah. I'm going to have to
Apologies
disagree
for
with
the
that one.
ageism. Let me see. Wannabe, Spice Girls.
Okay. Any
Yeah.
Spice Girl song that you can throw in there, people
Oh
are going to
my
have fun
God.
with.
If you ever want to see drunk white girls be drunk white girls, put that song on.
Yeah.
Even bigger than Journey. Maybe not as big as Love Shack. That's the next one.
Oh.
The B-52s. Yeah.
How many times have I seen Love Shack done? And how many times have I seen it done very, very well for karaoke? That is always a fun one to watch, especially when they have two different people up there singing it.
I think weddings and just people being absurd at weddings with Love Shack. That's a big one. But I get it. You're right. I think I've seen a couple of people do that well, too. Don't Stop Believing is number 3 on the list.
Cool. I'm proud of calling that one.
All right. Yeah, nailed that.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, you pulled 2.
Yeah.
So there. Any that you can think of, and, think just Drunk at the Bars songs. I don't know if you'll get number 2.
Nothing is coming to mind. It really, you're going to tell me and I'm going to be bummed out.
Number 1 for sure.
Okay.
Think about, I want to, just because I want to prolong this for fun.
No.
Just remember when we were on the cruise. Is there any song you remember singing the hell out of, like, everybody in the room?
Oh, gosh. There were so many. I don't remember.
All right, so number 2 on the list is Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
Oh, of course.
And
yes.
that's the one I didn't think you'd get.
Yeah, but still, that's the one everybody sings
Right.
along to. Yes.
Absolutely. The number 1, again, I think if you had
What
time.
time frame is it from?
I think it's the 70s.
Oh, gosh, the 70s. I don't know my 70s music.
Anyway.
All right, what is it?
I think if you had time, if we were talking about it, like just sitting on the couch or something like that, not recording or whatever, you would come up with Sweet Caroline.
Oh.
That's the face we need the YouTube for.
I'm so pissed.
Yeah, Sweet Caroline, the number 1 karaoke song.
I am going to actually argue that I don't think that should be number 1.
No?
Sweet Caroline is definitely a song that everybody sings to at weddings, at bars, at sporting events, all of that. But how many people actually pick it as a karaoke song? I'm going to say not as many as every other place where we're singing it. I object.
Just to play devil's advocate, we don't really go out to many karaoke bars.
No, it's been like 10 years.
It's hard to watch sometimes,
Yes,
So, but when I've been around karaoke, that'll get done.
No.
And it is, but nonetheless, it is a good one for if, you cannot sing because
absolutely.
all you got to do is begin.
And then everyone starts screaming.
It.
And it's done.
Yeah,
wow, that
boom.
person's so good. They should win this contest.
Yes, so there you go. Rest in peace, Negishi-san. And thanks for the karaoke. Thanks for making music fun, even if you can't sing. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, so I totally forgot to put up the separate post for the rider demands.
Luke, you're slacking over
I know.
there.
I see. We did Sips and Snacks, and
I was
that's based
working
on that
so hard with Sips and Snacks and all this other stuff and watching TV shows and
So
all of that.
if you missed episode 71, we were talking about Kevin Hart's crazy rider, and it's not so crazy. It's just long. There's so
And
much stuff
specific.
and very, very specific.
But
And
again, I feel like you have to be when you're a star. If you want what you want, you have to be specific.
And his crazy, really crazy one is that he, wants to encounter zero traffic from, his hotel or wherever he's staying to the venue.
Now that one was actually crazy.
So that's,
that, I mean, is pretty much impossible.
I don't want a drop of rain to fall 3 days before or after my performance.
That's right.
Something like that.
And if it does, I don't perform.
Let's go that crazy too. How crazy can we get? Give us your crazy riders. I'll get that post up by the time you hear this. It should be
promise?
there. No, because Brando's pretty quick to listen to these. So a couple of people are, which we love, by the way. Thank you so much. So I'll get ASAP. How about that?
Okay.
I got the new computer to play with.
All right.
So should be working on that. So
yeah, because I want to put up my crazy ones where I was talking about having a bowl of Skittles and a Skittle guy. That just stands there and refills the Skittles, so it's always at the perfect mound level. He's
got coffee bean sacks full of Skittles behind him, lined up, ready to go.
Absolutely. And he's got them organized too, so it doesn't end up with too many green ones or too many of one that I don't want in there. He's just sorting Skittles.
Mine would be I want a special double dry hopped double New England IPA brewed the day or ready to be served the day I arrived, but only brewed for me.
Oh, okay.
So
Luke's
that has to
beer,
be specially done.
Yeah,
and it has to be from an award-winning brewery.
Okay.
Send samples to my crew. They'll pick out which ones.
All right.
I'm just getting as specific. I can't even really, never even been in that position, so I have no idea how to be that crazy.
You don't know how to dream big? I mean, come
Correct,
on.
I guess, that if you want to put it that way.
Skittle guy. I mean, that's dreaming big.
Skittle guy.
Yeah.
I like it.
I want a lazy boy in the hotel room that's got the massage settings and everything, so I can sit there and just enjoy my life for a little while before I perform for 10 minutes and call it quits.
Private ice rink, private basketball court.
Sure. There you go.
I probably won't use.
That's fine, but you need them there just in case you decide, you know what I want to do right now? Go ice skating.
3 forms of alternative transportation. So, the limo needs to be ready, but also helicopter and boat.
Okay.
And they should each leave at the same time, just because.
Yeah.
I need them all to be at the venue as well.
Just in case you want to get home a different way.
Coincidentally, only venues on the water.
Well, you kind of need that with the boat.
Let us know on the Facebook page. I can't wait. We can come up with some fun stuff as a group around Luke and Naomi On-Air. I know we can.
I'm gonna make quite the list. Mine's not gonna be 9 pages like Kevin Hart's was, but I think I can. I can make it really long.
Create a document, huh?
I am.
All right.
It's gonna be good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Because people have to get it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're getting paid to do so. It's fine.
I'm sorry, but I really want all of this.
Yeah. And then they get to make fun of you later, and your rider might show up online somewhere and go viral.
I want Bojangles chicken flown in for wherever I am.
Okay. That's not a bad one.
All that chicken. I'll get 2 shows in before the heart just is no.
Is done.
Yeah. Bye-bye. All right. I can't wait to see those. We'll read our favorite ones of those next episode.
Yes.
I always want to say next week, but you never know.
We're trying.
Everything's good. We'll read them next week. How about that? Committing right now.
That's right.
All right. You ready to get to it?
Yeah. I've been waiting. I'm
ready.
ready.
Hit the pretend button this week?
You know what? I think I'm going to.
All right.
I'm pretty good at this. I might take over hitting the pretend button.
We should have had you pretend shoot at something.
Missed opportunity.
The Quick and the Dead. I don't know why I think Naomi likes Westerns all of a sudden, but she likes Tombstone. And so it was
Tombstone
all right.
was one of my favorites that we've done.
Yeah. We got asked that question recently. And I just asked Naomi randomly, off the top of your head, what pops in your head? And she said Tombstone.
Yeah, because that one surprised me a lot, I think, of how much I liked it, and I didn't think I was going to.
So I am wondering, because I used to only know Tombstone and The Quick and the Dead, and I would be like, can I even say I like Westerns? Do they even count? Does Quick and the Dead count as a Western? I would say it counts as a Western.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get to it. Quick and the Dead.
All right. I know this movie is a Western. That's all I know.
Answer that question.
Yep. All right, so we have this lady whoever Sharon Stone is in this movie. She's the lady.
She's the lady.
I refer to her as the lady for this entire review. Although I found out at one point her name is Ellen, but they only mention it like twice in the movie and at random times. So I wasn't going back and fixing everything. She's the lady.
I wonder if there's, another cut where they give you her name at some point or something like that, because,
Well, anyways, so we have this lady, Sharon Stone. She's the lady. Seems to be a badass. She chains this guy to a wagon and leaves him there basically to die after he tried to shoot her. So she rides into town looking for a room for the night. She really doesn't take crap from anybody because, like, she rides in and they're saying something about, like, whores next door or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
and she's
the
like,
old innkeeper.
Yeah, and she's like, no, I'm going to freaking take a room. And she's just a badass. She doesn't take crap from anybody, and she's proved that already in the first 5 minutes of the movie, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
So we got this big celebration in town. And then there's going to be this huge gunfight, this duel, this competition that's going to be happening starting the next day. The winner is going to get $123,000 from this guy who basically owns the town, Mr. Herod. Herod?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And from Wells Fargo. Interesting.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
don't know. They must have just stole it from Wells Fargo, I guess.
I guess.
That's all I can gather.
The bank is paying for everybody to shoot each other, I guess. A whole bunch of men enter this contest. Leonardo DiCaprio plays the kid who enters the contest. And I got all excited because I thought he was playing Billy the Kid. I thought when they said the kid, it was Billy the Kid.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, shoot, this movie's like about him a little bit. Cool. Apparently not.
No.
Luke poked holes right in that right away.
Yeah, I was like, not Billy the Kid, just Fee.
the kid.
Fee the Kid. His real name is Fee something.
Yeah.
Which is that I would go by the kid as well.
The
If my
kid.
name was Fee.
Yeah. Anyway, so all these guys are putting their names on the list. Mr. Herod comes in and puts his name on the list, which I was surprised with that. I was like, he's the one putting on this competition. Why would he be a part of it and risk his life? But because he's so wealthy, has all this power, there's no way he's going to participate in this gunfight correctly. Like, he's going to have to cheat or something so he doesn't die. There's no way he's going to risk his life unless he's got some tricks up his sleeves. And I don't see him being this amazing shooter. Like, maybe he is, but I doubt it.
Okay.
At this point.
That's
in
where
the
we
movie.
are. All right.
Yes. So then the lady signs up. So basically, they some of Herod's men ran out to go find this guy, this preacher. Wasn't always a preacher, but he's a preacher now. They find him. They basically are hanging him in the bar, and there's a chair under him and stuff, and they're shooting the legs off the chair.
Herod was shooting the chair.
Yeah. So that when the legs break, he's gonna be hung. As this is happening and all that, that's when the lady saves his life and enters the contest.
Jumps up and shoots the rope.
Yep, and saves him. So the lady gets challenged to duel this guy, Kelly, who happens to be the one that she chained to the wagon in the beginning.
That's
I
right.
love callbacks like that.
That's
that was
fantastic,
perfect,
right?
Yes. Hey, that guy looks familiar. He's got a wheel wrapped around his chain that's on his arm. Yep, that's Kelly.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's the first one that she is going to have to that she's gonna
to gunfight.
Yeah, so basically the rules were that anybody could challenge anybody, but you had to fight at least once you had to fight once for the day.
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
Yeah, and so he challenged her right away. So she basically doesn't have a choice now. If you're going to be a part of this, you're going to have to
Which shows some restraint on the part of this, disheveled, haggard, old, dusty, dirty, greasy, smelly looking cowboy who was screaming at her that he was going to kill her as she's riding away. He comes into town and goes, you know what? I challenge you to a duel in an organized contest.
That's right.
Very,
listen,
very gentlemanly of the man.
He's got a chance to win $123,000
yes, right?
now
You could
if
kill
he
her
kills
and
her
get some money. Yeah.
and a whole bunch of other people in the
Excellent
process.
point. Way to stick up for Mr. Kelly.
Well, you know, just playing devil's advocate here.
Nailed
All
it.
right. But we know that this lady, she's a good shot, so I'm sure she's going to beat Mr. Kelly here. All right, so we have
You would hope so.
Otherwise, this movie has taken a really weird turn real fast.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our first duel. It's the kid and some other guy. Pretty sure the kid will win. We'll see. And yes, the kid does win. As the day goes on, more and more gunfights happen. Of course, more people die. Mr. Herod then takes Court, that's who the preacher man was, to the gun store so he can get a gun to fight with, because the preacher said he's not fighting, he's not participating in this.
It's a fun scene where they go through all the guns.
Yeah, they go through all the guns, and the gun store being run by the kid, and he knows his stuff. He knows all these guns and everything.
And so does Mr. Court.
Yes, he does.
Court Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Which is crazy. There's a lot of names in this movie. It's weird, right?
Well, I don't know my people, so I was like, hey, that guy looks familiar, and that's about as far as I got.
Gladiator, Russell Crowe. All right. Wait,
you know that one's on the list.
Gladiator's on the list?
Yeah, Gladiator has to be on the list.
Oh, wow. All right. Pause button. I'm going to put that on the list right now. No, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Seen little pieces of that movie. I'm 99% sure I've never sat through that entire movie. But everybody has always had it on, and so I'd watch 5 minutes of it and then go do something. So I know little pieces of it. But anyways.
All right, Gladiator's on the list. We're putting it on there.
Mr. Herod takes Court, the preacher man, to the gun store so he can get a gun to fight with. Apparently, he used to be quite the shooter, but has given that up. Herod wants him to fight, though, so he's going to buy him a gun to use. Also, Mr. Herod is kind of a jerk. So the kid is actually his legit kid. The kid is Mr. Herod's kid.
Yeah.
And
or so they say.
Herod just insults him all the time, calls his gun store miserable, and he says he's got farmer's hands, not shooter's hands. And the kid is pretty good, And this guy is just a jerk and just doesn't respect him at all. Poor kid. So, at this point, I'm hoping that he's going to duel his dad and basically kill him, because that'd be pretty awesome. He deserves it. But we'll see how that goes down. The lady will probably end up dueling him and killing him.
That's what you're thinking right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my next notes were just as long as he dies, he's obviously not a good person. Anyway, back to the movie. I'm really mad at him.
Nice. I like it.
He was just such a jerk.
He was.
Okay, he's the wealthy man that owns half the town. We already dislike him for that reason. That's right. He doesn't have to be a miserable piece of crap, too. And he is. And so cocky about it, too. Get out of here.
He's the best.
Oh, man. All right. So the lady finds out about Court's past and is like, I should have let you die. Which, I get that she's upset. But she really didn't know anything about him and then saved him. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Did you really think that he was this perfect soul that you just saved? You didn't think he probably had a past if Mr. Herod was trying to, wrangle him and then force him to fight?
Well, I think we find out at the end why she saved him, and it wasn't as much about him as about the way he was being, strung up with the chair underneath. So,
which I get that, but no, she just overreacts there.
Good point.
I should have let you die. Oh, okay. You don't even know the guy.
Well,
all right. So at this point, we find out that.
So it's Sharon Stone you're gonna scold this episode.
Oh, I'm gonna scold everybody. We find out that Mr. Herod actually can shoot. He takes on Ace, and he shoots him in his right hand. And then, because apparently Ace can shoot with both hands.
Or says he could.
Yeah, so he waited to let Ace get a shot with his left hand, but then he shoots him in his left hand. So apparently, now you have no hands to shoot with. So at this point, I'm realizing, okay, he probably is not going to need to cheat. But I'm still guessing he's going to do something like that. He's just a skeevy guy.
Yeah.
All right. So the lady duels Kelly and wins. We already knew that was going to happen. That night, Mr. Herod invites her to dinner. She goes and plans on shooting him, but doesn't do it. She chickens out. He tells her a little bit about his backstory and how he isn't afraid of anything.
Crazy story. That they write for this too, which is
the backstories in here is worth watching the movie altogether. That and like, you know, the showdown feeling, like right before all these duels happen, they show like the close up of the gun and someone's hand on it. You see the fingers like wiggle a little bit, and then it like spirals in on people's faces just as the clock's about to tick. You know, they did that very, very well throughout this entire movie, which I really did enjoy.
Sam Raimi.
Is that who directed it?
Yeah, Sam Raimi's director. Okay. You know, if you don't know, I believe he did like all the Evil Dead stuff, and he did because he did Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Okay. Well, it's just really well done, and it's worth watching it for that. And again, the backstories, you know, because his was like, oh wow, he had such a terrible childhood, but also like, you know, you let that create who you are. So, like, I still don't like him. It makes up no excuse for how terrible of a person he is.
he's got a crazy backstory. She's got a crazy backstory. Russell Crowe's got a crazy backstory.
They all do.
Yeah, I've never really paid attention to that. How about that?
Later, she talks with Court and hears more about his backstory, as we were just talking about, and how him and Herod got together in the first place. And when I say she talks with all these people, she doesn't really talk with them. She just sits next to them and they open up to her. She doesn't ask any questions. She actually doesn't say much at all throughout this movie.
Right.
All right. So then Herod fights some guy and wins. We got another, you know, good gun duel thing going on there.
Do you not know what to call it?
No.
Gunfight?
Gunfight? Duel?
You can
I wrote some of the weirdest notes for this.
This is Goonies all over again.
It does not stay the same as we go through this entire thing.
So you could just say fight?
Okay.
At this point?
At that point, Herod fights some guy and wins. And the kid has another duel and wins. I told you, I go back and forth with this.
Nice.
Then it starts raining, so they have to wait. But while they're waiting, this dirty old man did some unspeakable things to a young girl. So the lady got pissed and went outside to fight him. So she shot him and left him to die, but didn't actually like finish the job. She couldn't. She didn't want to kill him.
She's about to execute him.
Yeah. And at that too, like he was begging for his life. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And she just couldn't do it. But Mr. Herod is watching this happen and is basically like, it's not over. It's not over until somebody is dead. And she just walks away. I'm out of here. She actually goes back to the bar for a drink, and as she has that glass in her hand, the dirty old man shoots her glass. So she turns around, shoots him multiple times, and kills him there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Won't execute him, but, you know.
Will self-defense.
Fire.
Yeah. So the rain stops, and Court is up next, but the lady has packed up her bags, and she's leaving town. Probably all that guilt after killing that one guy, even though he deserved it. The lady comes back into town. So I didn't go into detail about the scene. Like, she goes to the graveyard and visits the stone where her dad's supposed to be and all of that. And the coroner, the doctor, whoever,
I'm sure he does
there,
multiple things.
Yeah, and is basically telling her, you know, everybody is scared of, you know, Mr. Herod, and nobody can stand up to him, and, you know, basically hoping that she will proceed with the fight.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So she rides back into town. She knows she's got to kill Herod. The final four for the dueling competition are announced: Lady versus Court, and Herod versus the kid. His own frickin' kid. At this point, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to kill his own son.
Here comes the scolding.
He has no fear. He won't care. He'll kill him. And it's, you know, that's just, it's going to end that way. Court is probably going to let the lady win so she can take on Herod, so they can be the last two standing. So Herod
that
shoots
was
his
your
son.
prediction.
Yep. And then goes on to say there's no proof that he was actually his son, which was a horrific scene.
Right.
And I hate that guy so much. And, you know, he just should have died way sooner than this.
Gene Hackman can be an excellent bad guy.
Well, and it's just the lack of remorse. Like, there's no emotion for this. I'm pretty sure he wasn't my kid.
It was never proven.
Like, yeah, it was never proven. You just shot him, and like all he wanted was your freaking respect, and you were always such a jerk to him. Like, dude, karma's gonna get you. There is a special place in hell for people like you. All right. Anyway, so he shoots his son and doesn't freaking care because he's such a bad person. The blind guy stops and sees the lady before she fights Court. And she asks him, what kind of ink do you have? Because the blind kid earlier in the movie's got like a whole chest full of just basically everything. He's got perfumes, he's got lotions, he's got this, he's got different kinds of ink, whatever you
Bullets.
need. Yep. So the lady asks him, what kind of ink do you have? And he says, any kind you want. Court and the lady duel, but neither draw their weapon. So Herod says if neither fight, he's going to have his gunmen just basically shoot both of them down. So Court shoots. But I don't actually think he shot her. I think it's red ink. She's plotting something bigger. Something with all that dynamite the kid had. Because under his bed, the kid had like just stacks of containers of dynamite.
If I don't sleep on it, people will steal it.
Which was great. He's
Hilarious.
smart about it. Speaking of that and the sleeping, the lady slept with her boots on in every single scene. And it just drove me absolutely up the wall.
You got to be able to run.
Sleeping with your boots on.
You got to be able to run away.
She's like half naked, but she got her boots on.
That's right.
Just so weird.
She wouldn't be barefoot like John McClane and
people
Die
think
Hard
it's weird
if
with
she was
people.
caught.
No, people think it's weird if people are sleeping with socks on. Now imagine they got full-on boots. Okay,
that's got to be some sort of like outlaw, renegade. Seriously, like so,
I don't know.
So you
It
can
bothered
get away
me.
quickly type situation.
But anyways, so the kid slept. His bed was basically,
Barrels of dynamite.
Yeah. So something's gonna happen with this. I mean, obviously. So Herod's kid that's now dead. He's the one that had the dynamite, not the blind kid. All right, so we're on to the big fight, the finale, Court versus Mr. Herod. Mr. Herod tells the men, no matter what happens at the end of the fight, if Court is still standing, gun him down. Which I figured that much because, he's a piece of crap.
Oh, also Ratsy. Ratsy destroyed Court's right hand,
He did.
so he couldn't draw.
Yeah.
So then, they were gonna fight lefty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were going to, and...
They fight they line up to fight lefty.
Okay.
I was looking this time because I don't think I've ever really paid attention to that. And so, like, when they showed Herod, I'm like, okay, that's his left hand. Yeah.
I don't know. They're at the bar or something where he's got Court chained up and is, messed with his hand. And that's why.
Yeah, he hit it with the butt of the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Mr. Herod ended up killing Ratsy over it. Told him he had 20 seconds to get out of town. And then shot him as he was trying to run out of town.
That's right. Bye, Ratsy. That's such a ridiculous scene.
Yeah.
But yeah. So basically, it wouldn't have been a fair fight between Court and Herod at the end,
It wasn't going to be a fair fight no matter what.
Right.
Again, Mr. Herod put up that money and owns half the town. He's not going to die,
Right.
All right. So again, we're at the finale. Court and Mr. Herod. Like I said, they said no matter what happens, if Court is still standing, gun him down. I don't think that's what's going to actually happen. I don't think we're actually going to get that far. Something's going to happen with all that dynamite. And it does. As the clock strikes, it blows up. The clock blows up. So does a bunch of other buildings in town, including Mr. Herod's house. The lady walks up from all the smoke and flames, and Herod is like, no, you're dead, So as this is all happening, Court kills all of Herod's men that was like standing by to shoot, and make sure everybody else was dead. Court ends up killing them all, giving Lady the chance to kill Herod. He shoots her, but she kills him. Before she kills him, we get that final flashback of her childhood when she first met Herod and his men.
Yeah.
So they had her dad like ready to be hung, just like they did
right up
with the preacher earlier, where he's hung up, but he's got the chair under him, and they're gonna shoot the legs out of the chair. So when the chair breaks, you get hung. So they're doing that, and they're shooting the legs out of the chair, and then they pick up the girl and all that, and they're like, you know what? If you could shoot the rope that's around the neck, the top part of that, will let him live. Now, she's just like 7 or 8 at the time. She obviously can't do this.
Yeah, she's little.
You know this is going to end very badly. You know it. You can tell right then and there. And it's so sad. That little girl actor like did such a phenomenal job.
She really did.
Like her crying was so believable, and she just, I can't do this. I can't do this. And her dad's basically like, don't worry. No matter what happens, this is not your fault, you know. Don't worry. And she shoots her dad right in the head, you know.
Insane, right?
Absolutely insane. No wonder she had it out for Herod. I mean, I would too. This man ruined her entire life. You think about that guilt of that poor little girl? Like, I'm so glad he's dead, but he did not suffer enough. He really didn't. For all the crap he's done, absolutely not. She should have done something more than just shooting him.
You went from scolding to just cold vengeance.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
it.
they should have tied each one of his limbs to a different horse and hit them all and killed him. Yeah, you know. Anyways, so, you know. She shoots him. He's dead, but he should have died worse. The lady throws the marshal pin that used to belong to her dad at court so he can be the marshal of the town now and all that and bring law back to the area. And then she rides away. The end. Happily ever after.
The end. Rides off into the sunset.
Yeah. Which is the only way you can end a Western,
That's
really.
right.
You know.
I like it. It's like, here, you're just the police now.
Yeah. Make sure someone like Herod doesn't come back. Make sure nobody grows into that.
It's, hey, man, we found you a place in between being a preacher and being an outlaw murderer. Just kill bad guys.
It works.
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
That's all you got? Anything else you want to add? Anything we forgot? Anything we skipped over?
No, I think we've covered all that.
All right, cool. Did you like it?
I did like it. It's a decent movie.
All right, cool. What did you know about it going in? We already kind of covered that in the beginning.
It's a Western.
It's a Western. Your thoughts going into this one?
Figured it would be a shoot 'em up kind of movie, which it basically is. It's all about a gunfight, the entire movie.
Did you have fun with it?
I did enjoy it.
All right, good deal. What surprised you?
I don't know if there's anything that probably just the start of the movie, realizing that the main character in this movie was going to be a woman. That was pretty cool. You know, hey, she's going to be the gunslinger here, you know. That's cool.
All right,
Didn't see that coming.
Good one. I'm glad. I was going to tell you, but I didn't want to be, like, there's a girl in it, you'll like it. I don't want to be that guy. So just like, let's see how, let that play out as it does. Would you have liked this more or less if you saw it when you were younger?
Hard to say, because again, being that person that girl lead would be pretty cool, and probably would keep me interested in it if I were younger. I don't think it would make a difference, honestly.
You'd like it the same amount?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part. I don't know. I really don't know what my favorite part was.
I'm going to ask you these questions, right?
I do, but I don't think about that stuff while I'm watching the movie. I'm just reviewing the movie, Well, I know you mentioned it before, like the scene when we're in the gun shop. Like, I did enjoy that.
I don't know why I like that scene so much, but I really do. It's
a
just,
good one.
It's a good tense scene with the three guys, and there's some good acting there,
and I like when, again, like as the duel is getting set, the camera angles that they would do and the building up of the suspense, they did very, very well.
Yeah, for sure. Sam Raimi, he went on and did one of the biggest comic book movies of all time at the time, anyway, all of that stuff. Least favorite part?
The gross old man doing unspeakable things to that young girl. That's definitely up there. And just Mr. Herod, is just despicable.
He's so good. Gene Hackman is so good and I don't know that I can.
He shot his own son.
Allegedly. Allegedly. It was never proven.
The shooting part was we watched him die.
Some sort of farmer, something about there was a farmer. I don't know. It was never proven.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I call bull.
That's just great. Would you recommend The Quick and the Dead to someone else who hasn't seen it?
Of course.
Yes? Okay. Watch it again?
Yeah, probably.
Definitely. Would you stop and watch it if it's on TV?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
And are you happy you watched it?
Of course.
All right. That's great. The Quick and the Dead was a fun one. Wanted to get to something with a little bit of things happening in it after JFK.
That has stuff happening in it.
I was told that
Just lots of talking.
that I was cruel for making you review JFK last episode. So,
Maw. Well, thank you, whoever said that.
because of all the just, hey, this person said this, and then this guy said this.
Yes, it's a lot of dialogue.
I still think you did a phenomenal job. So
Well, thank you.
there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, check out the JFK review last episode. It was great. Naomi killed it.
That's right.
She sums up that movie perfectly in way less time than it takes to get actually through that movie.
That's true. Yes.
So that's fantastic. All right, had fun watching The Quick and the Dead. It's so weird. Again, like there were so many big name people in that movie that I guess weren't big. I mean, because Russell Crowe hadn't even done Gladiator then. DiCaprio was still a little boy.
That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Well, cool. Nice job with the Quick and the Dead. I have no idea what we're gonna do next week. We have a list, ever growing list. Now we just added Gladiator to it.
That's right.
So
We'll see.
we will see.
All right, it's time for Thought of the Day.
Thought of the day. Thought of the day. It's your thought of the day. Thought of the day.
The using of
Speaking
clockwise.
of bad karaoke.
The using of clockwise and counterclockwise will eventually die out.
Oh God,
Think about it.
that's
Think about it.
horrible.
Think about it.
Oh my, it's gonna get replaced by lefty loosey righty tighty.
Yeah, I think we're getting there.
That's gonna be. Oh no, bring back clocks. Speaking
We
of
don't
which,
need 'em.
I'm so happy for the spring forward. It is just so nice.
Having
Like,
more daylight.
If they get rid of whatever it is, leave it here because I like having evening until 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That is nice.
It's
It
just
is
so
nice.
much better.
Luke, you gonna leave us with a laugh?
I'm gonna do my best.
All right, what do you got?
An armed man ran into a real estate agency and shouted, "Nobody move." I couldn't even get through it.
This is terrible.
Couldn't even get through it.
Nope.
Oh my God, I love it.
Nope.
That's Hall of Fame for me. That's great. Let's see what else. I accidentally dropped a bucket of paint on my boss at the job site. Boy, was he blue in the face.
That's so stupid.
How do fish get high?
I don't know.
Seaweed.
Oh my gosh.
And
Are you proud of that one?
very much. And finally, what's green, fuzzy, has 4 legs, and will kill you if it falls out of a tree?
I don't know.
A pool table.
Oh yeah, that it would.
Love it.
Stupid.
Love it. All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Luke and
with
Naomi on air everywhere. Just Google Luke and Naomi on air.
We come up.
We come up. That's
We come
right.
up.
That's right. Thanks for sticking with us through another ridiculously fun-filled hour. We'll be back with episode 73. Give us that YouTube follow, and we'll let you know exactly when that gets posted, by the way.
That's right.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. All right. Until
Okay.
then, have some fun this week and be excellent to each other.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.